sure Liza's going out of town?
Positive.
But you're not sure where?
She doesn't exactly clear her schedule with me. When I asked her about it, she just clammed up.
Huh. I bet.
Dixie, what's going on?
Could you do me a favor?
Sure, anything.
Could you call Liza and, see if you can get her to open up about the trip?
I'll give it a shot, but no promises.
Just find out if she's going to California.
Welcome home. You're a long way from California.
Yeah, well, this couldn't wait.
You have an affiliates convention in Sacramento.
Yeah, I know. I blew it off. I've already shaken more hands than that crooked politician.
Dad, we can't afford to make
What we can't afford is for things to go on the way they're going.
What way?
This way. Us. You and me. That's why I came right here from the airport.
Sounds serious.
It is. I made a decision. I don't want you to talk. I don't want you to move. I just want you to listen.
During the time you shared my client's bed, did your little birth control project fail? Did the little stick turn blue? You and Noah Kiefer conceived the child, didn't you? Miss Cannon, should I repeat the question?
No, I heard you.
Well, did you or did you not conceive a child with Noah Kiefer? The court is waiting. It's not a complicated question.
No, but it's a very personal question.
Well, simple yes and no will do. Unless you perfected the art of being a little bit pregnant.
Your Honor. Mr. Dillon.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I apologize to the witness.
Please, Miss Cannon, answer the question.
Yes. The answer is yes. I was pregnant with Noah Kiefer's baby. Sitting around.
You're just totally imagining Liza joining Tad for some West Coast rendezvous.
Oh, please, Jason, look, just drop it.
No, I heard you and Tad fighting at Cecily's wedding.
So what?
So I understand why you're going nuts.
I'm not going nuts, all right? I just shouldn't have asked you to make that phone call.
No, I'm glad you did, because now you're happy that Liza's in town, and that's all that matters, right?
Forget it, all right?
You have every right to go off on Tad.
Tad and Liza are not having an affair.
What, Tad told you that himself, and you believed it?
I trust Tad.
Do you trust Liza?
Liza is, no threat to my marriage. Tad and I mean, relationships just go through changes. And we're working very hard. And sometimes, when you've been in one for a very long period of time, it just...
Wait. Time doesn't matter, Dixie. A lie is still a lie. Now, I've had enough thrown at me, and I've bought each and every one. But when the truth hits, you feel so hurt and stupid all at the same time.
No, that's not true. I believe Tad. I believe in our marriage and our relationship. Tad wouldn't lie to me. Not after everything that we've been through. I have to believe that. I love him.
Bottom line, I love my wife, period. End of story.
The great American dream. Great career, great family.
Exactly. And no testosterone rush in the world is worth messing with perfection.
Oh, ouch. Reduced to a biological urge. You ever try not to scratch a really bad itch?
Liza, don't.
What?
This is not easy for me.
It's hard for me, too.
Why, come on, just because we were on fire when we were kids, because we were out of control in high school?
Are you saying the fire's out?
I'm saying that everything that is dear to me, my children, my wife, they're not up for grabs. You and I can have a professional relationship together, but we have to be honest with each other as friends.
Well, good friends, I hope. May I make a little confession?
How little?
Well, I mean, if we're burying the past and all, I really will miss thinking about you and me together again.
I guess we'll just have to file it under old memories.
You know, really, it seems like the years are like days. Your body is as perfect as I remember it. And your face is even more fascinating. I mean, remember when we were kids? We would explore and we would laugh and we would just give ourselves to each other. We would just...
Tad's word should just be enough.
Dixie, we all want to believe the people that we love.
Well, you must be really sick of hearing me complain.
No. It's so unhealthy to keep all that bottled up inside.
But I feel a lot better now. Thank you. Tad and I just have some big changes to make.
No, you don't have to change a thing.
I think we both do.
Dixie, you deserve a guy who will worship you. You shouldn't have to settle.
Oh, Jason,
Dixie,
just don't, okay?
You have no idea how much I care for you.
Well,
it's okay.
I mean it. Stop
just
it.
Trust me. It's all right. I'll
Stop
take care of everything.
Jason,
just believe me.
cut it out.
Hey, the lady said
Stop
no.
You,
Lady said no.
Michael, don't hurt him.
Come on, Liza. I know you're in there. Let me in.
Who the hell is that?
An old business acquaintance.
He's a persistent creep.
I'll get rid of him. I will.
Fine, I'll get out of here.
No. I don't have a back door, but you can hide out in the kitchen. Great. I'm sorry, I was getting in the shower.
Not taking a long soak in a hot tub?
What do you want, Jonathan?
This won't take long. I need a favor, Liza. It's about the latest issue of Tempo magazine.
We can't talk about this now. Can we talk about it tomorrow?
The scene of that accident was a mistake, but that does not give him carte blanche to slander me.
Well, there's no question that he would, question it.
Oh, I forgot. Motive is your specialty. The how and why of human survival. The ends justify the means, isn't that right?
No, you misunderstood.
Well, I have worked too long and hard to roll over for that holier-than-thou jerk. This really is a bad time, isn't it? You weren't taking a shower. At least not by yourself. You're not alone, are you, Liza?
Michael, let him go. It's okay. Nothing happened. I'm fine.
What if I hadn't come in, huh? What if I hadn't come in?
So, it was a misunderstanding. I was upset. It was a mistake.
That better be the truth.
Who the hell do you think you are?
I'm Dixie's friend.
Yeah, well, Dixie doesn't need a faggot for a friend.
What are you saying?
No queer is going to tell me what I can and can't do.
Jason, what's wrong with you?
Oh, he's just a nice, normal guy.
You know, your kind ought to be locked up. When I see you walking down the street with your hands all over each other, I just want to puke.
Michael is one of the finest men I've known.
Well, that queen pushed my buttons.
Jason, get out of my house.
Me? Oh, come on, Dix. You want that guy hanging around Junior and Jamie? You want them to grow up to be like him?
No, she'd rather have him grow up to be hateful, narrow-minded bigots like you.
Well, at least I'm a man. You know, that high school was right to fire you. You had all those boys right where you wanted, at your
Jason,
fingertips.
get out of my house!
Dixie, he attacked me.
Jason, do yourself a favor and get some help.
Oh, so I can understand the fag thing? No, thank you. The day I want to pick up a guy is the day I'd rather die.
You lay another hand on Dixie, and I'll do the honors for you. You got it?
You got yourself a fight on your hands, pal. I'll make you wish you never messed with me.
No. Look, y'all, I seen the blue stick, and she was late and whatnot. Now, how's she gonna lie about that?
She was desperate. She knew you didn't love her.
Well, Jules, can we prove she lied?
Yes. Maria tapped into Dr. Clater's files. Her blood serum test for pregnancy was negative.
You saw it.
Right there on the computer screen.
Is that why Clay was in the court?
Maria asked Dr. Clater to show up in court. We thought it might shake Taylor up a little bit.
That little witch is good. She barely flinched.
All right. So when you putting Clater on the stand?
He can't tell us anything, Noah. She has a right to privacy.
What about my rights, Trev? She's telling lie after lie in there. Who cares about her rights?
No, there's some things we have to find out. It's just going to take a little time, that's all.
Who got time? You got time? I ain't got time.
You know, and I saw her talking to the doctor after court today. How much you want to bet she was reading the right eye?
So what, are we back to zero?
No. Taylor's shaky, and she's leaning on Mateo for support.
Careful.
No. Sooner or later, she's going to slip up.
She better. You know, I never wanted a baby with her. But she told me it was happening, I came around. I was going to raise my baby.
She would have done anything to hold on to you.
I cried for that baby, Julia. I held Taylor. I grieved for a part of myself that day. She stood there and watched me break down.
Taylor's a heartless pig.
Sure the hell is.
Hey, Stu, where's the assignment sheet for tonight?
Do something.
If she finds out that we're on to her, you and Julia lose.
Yeah, and our only advantage is gone.
That's right. Just let him handle Taylor.
This inside thing is the only shot we got right now.
Trevor, I don't know how to stand around and let other people handle my business.
She's leaning on me, Noah, okay? She's gonna crack. All I need is a little more time.
Time for what? Am I interrupting a family powwow? Well, this was a private conversation, but...
Go away.
You must hate me after today.
You ain't even close.
No, I am so sorry. I was raised not to talk about private matters.
What matters are those, Taylor?
Well, the baby, of course. I mean, I would never want to parade our heartache out in public like that. But unfortunately, your lawyer thought it was relevant.
Yeah, now you've apologized. You may leave.
Oh, how compassionate. You know, maybe if you suffered the loss that we did, that you would know.
Yeah, we heard all about it in court there, Officer Cannon. Very, very sad, very, very over. Now, we have a defense to plan. If you don't mind, would you please leave now?
okay?
I've never seen Noah look at me that way before.
I know today just brought up a lot of bad memories. Don't worry about it.
Well, for both of us, I mean, our baby was due in a couple of months. You know, I still think about who the baby would look like. Would it have Noah's smile or my eyes?
Don't do that to yourself.
Does he really think I wanted to say all those things? It kills me, too. I love him, and I love the baby.
He knows that. It's just that it's the pressure of the trial. Okay.
I wish I was never on duty the night that Gorgo died.
Yeah, well, you can't change what you saw.
Yeah, but he makes it seem like I was the one who committed the crime. I mean, they all do. I hate seeing him in so much pain, but at least he has your family and Julia. No, Mateo, I don't...
Hey, no. You're not alone. You've got me. Come here. It's okay.
Well, who on earth are you talking to?
Excuse me. You know, this machine is a piece of cake when you know how to use it.
What is it? Is it a boutique emergency?
No. Actually, it's for you.
For me? Did you call Jonathan? Did you call him about me?
Well, why don't you listen?
Hello?
Hello, Erica.
Dimitri?
I tried to catch you before you left. We just missed each other.
I've wasted a lot of time, haven't I?
You're making up for it now.
I know that you tried to help me. Us.
Well, I should have trusted that you'd find the strength on your own.
I don't feel very brave right now.
But you are. No looking back. It's time for you to look ahead.
I'm trying, Dimitri.
There's nothing that Erica Kane can't do once she sets her mind to it.
You really still believe that?
And always will. You take care. And know that I'll be thinking about you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Goodbye, Erica.
All right, you can give it to me. I interfered.
I love you. I love you. Can we get rid of this? Don't they have any sparkling water on that cart?
Sparkling water, please.
I've been so wrapped up in my own problems, I totally misread him. I mean, I know that he's pressured with helping raise his brother and this whole thing with me, but why take it on you?
Because I'm here. I'm a minority, and I'm an easy target. When I talked to you on the phone before, you sounded stressed. Was that about Jason?
Oh, no. Typhoon Liza struck. But I'm okay now. I just needed to let off some steam.
Well, I'm here if you want to talk.
Thanks. I think I should wait till Ted gets home.
When does he get back?
Tomorrow night. I just sort of realized in the middle of all this mess that we've been turning to outside sources for the kind of understanding that we used to get from each other. I just think that it would be better to put on the brakes and trust what we always had.
Sounds like a plan.
What is it that you think I can do for you?
Give me the time to counterpunch tempo on the cutting edge.
I manage the station. I don't produce the show.
Oh, come on. You've got your fingers in everything. That's your style.
You know, it seems to me that you need a PR firm. I will gladly give you a list of names.
Liza, I need a chance to present who I really am. I have the right to defend myself.
Well, then we need to see what the impact is on the tempo piece, don't we?
You'll do it then.
I will seriously consider it.
All right, fair enough. I'll let you get back to your shower. Good night, Liza.
Good night.
And don't forget about the drought.
Oh, well, I much like the way you were earlier without the coat.
Yeah, what can I say? We're insanity well. You realize your friend did us a big favor, right?
I don't go. It's still early.
Liza, listen, I've had enough. I've been through enough self-destructive behavior for one lifetime, okay?
Nothing that feels that good can be that destructive. No one has to know.
It was a mistake, okay? Coming here was a mistake. You and I are a mistake. The key word here is mistake.
Ted? Did your little experiment work? Do you feel like you've gotten me out of your system?
What are you doing home?
What, no welcome home, Tad?
Welcome home. I thought you were coming back tomorrow.
Yeah, I decided to come back early. So, glad to see me?
How many other people know about you with their time besides your mother and Bob Dorothy? How many other people know you with discussing your future passion?
Yeah, no people. You ran and rave all you like, so go on.
Oh, I was too. Why don't you go upstairs and get your gold and let her...
How do we live? How do we pay the bill? I mean, the money, more seniors tie up themselves for the kids, and you and me, well, we're months and months on the mortgage and your tuition and the credit cards as it is. Where? High rent, but not rent. Huge rent, and I'm sorry, but unemployment ain't gonna cut it.
You can get another job.
There's no guarantee of that. And besides, I like the work I do now.
You just have to make a few sacrifices.
No, I have to make sacrifices.
Oh, you can?
What kind of question is that? Well, don't I count? Huh? I'm on a roll, you see? I had no idea what hosting a TV show was going to be like. It's a kick. It's a kick and a half. It's like riding a rocket.
Simple show, you show the hot, don't you?
I do. And I'm not the only one to show.
Liza.
I I didn't say Liza. The affiliates and actors and other producers. Even Adam. Why don't you stop and take me anywhere I want to go to? LA, New York, all the way to the top. And all I've got to do is just pay my dues. All I've got to do is serve my hits here and then, who knows?
Say what you want. Ted Martin really a star? So that Ted Martin's husband, producer, and father?
That's always going to be my first priority. Always. Hey, what good am I going to be to you standing on an unemployment line? Can't be this way. No, I'm with you now.
And for a minute and a half every other day.
If this is about kissing Liza, then just forget it, okay? It's a one-time thing. It's going to happen again. I'm past.
Is that what you told yourself the first time? The second time? The third time? This is oh so sweet under the mistletoe, this phone, isn't it? Sorry to see you tell me about that. Okay, violent cellmates right before the QCE Gray scanner says, so we're going to have to fix the window.
Did you find Michael?
Not yet, but we're doing the story this afternoon. That's next on your to-do list, right?
After the promos?
Mm-hmm. Maybe you can go call a little bit.
I'll discuss it with him, but I won't pressure him.
Oh, really? Okay, now.
You wanted to see me?
Yeah, we're listening.
Right now?
The only problem with business is the East Coast.
But I've made plans.
What is it? Judy has lined up India's supporters. I want you to line up some anti-war supporters, the Lighter and the National Center. You'll mix the two groups together and play for fireworks.
Well, where am I supposed to find those people?
You're joking. You hang out with them, don't you?
Wait, I'm confused. Aren't you a Delaney supporter? I mean, you told me myself that you turned down my views.
I'm a voting supporter. This is sweet, and I want you to go out and find some narrow-minded bigots like yourself.
Like me?
Listen, no offense, but let's not forget his name and show him things. Move it.
More than one.
Don't even try to deny it.
Did Liza tell you? What?
I went to go see her when you took your little trip.
Why?
Well, I thought she was due a visit, Tad, considering she's been after you for the past few months. And boy, did I get an earful. She thought I knew everything.
Everything being?
Well, for starters, that famous kiss wasn't the only one.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you, Dixie.
Why didn't you?
Because I couldn't. Because I love you. Because you're the last person in the world that I would ever want to hurt. And honey, believe me, if there was a way I could take it back, I would.
Which one? The first time? The second time? The third time?
I made a mistake, and I'm sorry.
You know, I actually believe that you might be sorry, but what you're sorry about is a mess that I'd rather not get into.
I'm sorry because you're the only woman I love and because I was crazy to let things get out of control with Liza.
Which brings us to bombshell number 2.
There's more?
How do you think I felt when Liza told me that you initiated the kiss?
What, she told you that?
Is it true? Have you been coming on to her?
No.
What, she tied you down? Forced you?
No, Dixie, it wasn't like that, honey. It was a mutual thing. Like the first time it happened, I was just trying to shut her up. It was a way of stopping an argument. I know, I wanted her to admit that she'd been sending me all these mixed signals, all the while giving me this just friends party line. Okay, the second time...
Don't.
No, I want you to hear it. I was sick of her games. I thought a kiss would force the issue, would get her to back off. I'm sorry.
Don't. Liza's not the only issue here, okay? It's your job.
No, it's not the job. It is Liza, and I promise you, I've dealt with it.
Don't you see? Don't you see what this job is doing to you, to us?
What? The show is a success. I'm the success.
And don't you see the price that we, your family, have to pay for that?
What are you talking about?
Every time that we go out for a hot dog, people ask for your autograph. Do Do you know how many times we had to change our phone number because we get crank phone calls because you make people angry? I mean, the kids have to act like angels in public so Daddy looks good. Plus, you're never home.
Just having our 15 minutes in the spotlight. It will pass.
What about you? What about all the changes in you? Will that pass? Will the Tad Martin I'm married come back?
Where are you coming from? I happen to be the host of a successful talk show. Is that such a crime? Do you honestly think I'm responsible for the destruction of our culture?
No, just our family.
Dixie, why are you doing this to me? I finally found something I'm naturally good at. I'm succeeding on my own. How come you can't just be happy for me? Why do I have to quit?
Because it would be for the best.
No. You're chewing into me because I was stupid enough to kiss Liza. That's all this is.
That's not all this is, Tad.
Then what is it?
It's you. You've lost your conscience, your sense of fair play, your decency. Why, for once, can't you take some responsibility for the ugliness of that show?
Because I don't think the show's ugly.
Well, then you're in worse trouble than you know. You let that show run your life. You let it dictate what's important to you instead of your wife and your kids.
Listen to yourself. The job is not sucking my soul dry. The show is just that, a job. And I, like everybody else in this country, need a job. What do you want me to do?
I told you what I think you should do. You should quit. Are you going to or not?
Dixie, I love you and my family more than anything, but this is... I don't know. I have to think about it.
You're just stalling for time. 3 guesses who that is at this hour. Hello? What a surprise. Rudy, this is not a good time. I see. It's an emergency at the studio. Are you going?
Yeah, Rudy, it's Ted. What's up? Is this Colby's call or yours? Okay, I'll be there.
I don't even want to hear it.
They changed the shooting schedule. I've got to read you all of the promos.
I understand Liza needs you.
No, Rudy needs me.
Same difference. You have to go down to the studio.
Come with me.
I can't, Ted. Who's going to look after the kids?
Dixie, I've got to take care of this. It's my show, my face. It's my responsibility. I've got to do the work. Nobody else can.
That wouldn't be true if you didn't host the show. You came in on this as a producer. Remember?
I have to go.
No, you don't.
Don't go getting nutso on me.
You make a dig about gays, and you want me to sit here calm? What, you don't know?
Look, a lot of gays fly around like they're fairies. Some of them don't stand out in the crowd like you.
Oh, I see. So I'm acceptable, right?
That's not what I said.
I think it is.
Why are you getting in some big huff about this? There's no dig.
Trevor, you take a stereotypical jab at anybody that's not a linebacker for the Giants. It's ridiculous.
Look, I don't got the time to decide whether I made a compliment or a crack at you. I got to work on your case.
All right, fine. You want to talk about my case? Would you have taken me if I was a limp-wristed pansy, as you put it?
Drop it. It's not the issue.
I think it is the issue.
Why?
Why? Because it goes right to the heart of me being gay and being a teacher. Either it's all right or it isn't. It should have nothing to do with the fact whether I'm a limp-wristed pansy or I'm an ex-Marine or a feminine or anything else.
I don't have the time to defend the entire homosexual society. Look, you have a right to walk around wherever you want to walk around. You have a right to do whatever you want to do, just like everybody else. But don't expect me to go marching in some gay rights parade or painting the street lavender. I'm defending you on a particular case where your rights were violated. The school fired you. They shouldn't have done that. They're going to regret it. Now, you go on that television show. You let them see who you are. And maybe people in this town will remember what it is to be human again. And maybe I'll stop getting all this hate mail, and Myrtle won't have rocks flying through her window, and we won't have little bombers on the porch.
Oh, wait a minute. You got hate mail?
I got tons of it ever since I took your case. Laurel and Tim don't know about it, and I want it to stay that way.
I got tons of this stuff. It's pretty poisonous, huh?
All the more reason to go on this show, show them what kind of a straight-up guy you are. Think about it.
Yeah, this is Michael Delaney calling for Liza Colby.
Hello. Oh, really? We'll put him through to... Hello, Mr. Delaney. I hope you've given our suggestions some thought.
I decided to do the show.
Excellent. You have made the right decision. I hope you don't mind.
No problem. Those are scheduling changes?
Right. Oh, well, we have a surprise. We have Mr. Delaney.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
it's going to be a dynamite show. Sweeps are going to be amazing. No holds barred. Anything.
Listen, Liza, I've got to ask you something.
Okay. Shoot.
Why didn't you tell me you talked to Dixie when I was gone? And what on earth possessed you to tell her that we'd kissed more than once?
Don't blow this soul out of proportion. I mean, Dixie came over to my house, and we were talking about everything. I mean, it was just a few kisses.
You're certainly playing this fairly loose.
Well, we shared some affection and a few near misses. I mean, I didn't tell her about the other things, and I didn't tell her about our visit.
Our visit never happened. Okay?
Oh, it's a secret?
She doesn't have to know. Dixie and I have talked about it. It's settled. End of story. Now, if you don't mind, I think I'll work on the promos with Rudy. Good night.
Good night. And good luck. I mean, on the promos.
Probably trying to get some sleep.
No, he had to go to work.
Again?
Well, yeah, but he did tell me to give you a great big hug. Why don't you go in the kitchen, and I'll meet you in there, and I'll make you some breakfast, huh?
Pancakes?
Pancakes.
You make this?
Rudy's creation.
Oh. Finally. Something you can't do.
I can brew a pretty great cup of coffee when I put my mind to it. How's your back?
Not bad. For an 80-year-old man.
Is this a sofa or a torture device?
Not sure. I don't intend to make it a habit. One minute I was looking at today's research, the next thing I know, your perfume woke me up.
Like it?
Not as much as Rudy's coffee.
You didn't sleep on the couch by accident, did you?
You're out of bounds, Liza.
I'm sorry. I thought you and Dixie worked out all your problems.
My marriage is out of bounds.
Oh, I'm sorry. I understand.
No, you don't. But do me a favor. Save the patronizing cliches for our guests.
You don't even want to talk about what happened last night?
Correction. What almost happened.
What happened is that we went as far as two consenting adults can go.
Every word I said last night was true. I love Dixie.
You want to explain to me what happens when we're alone together?
You want logic? I'm sorry, I'm fresh out. Let's just call it a momentary lapse of reason.
You want your tie back?
No. Why don't you, toss it?
I can't remember the last time I felt so out of control.
Let's not go there, Liza.
That kind of passion is hard to forget. Did our little slip-up burn me out of your mind forever? Or guarantee I'll never leave it?
Hey, sorry to bust in, but I got the rundown on today's guests.
Is Rudy on the floor?
Yep.
I want copies of all those bios.
Check.
Rudy, I need more background on these people.
Well, wait till you hear what we got cooking.
Talk to me.
So we're keying in on 90s violence, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Rudy and I tracked down this creep, who's one of the guys that makes it happen.
Wonderful.
So, but the thing is, though, he wants some sort of costume or camera trick so that nobody recognizes him.
Jason, you got the statistics I asked for?
Right here.
Good. Come on, let's go. See you on the set.
Yeah. You're not sure about today's show.
What are you talking about?
Rudy didn't call you.
Who's Rudy? What's got you so rattled?
You're not booked for today.
If only I were. I need damage control, and I need it now.
Jonathan, you're overreacting. Thank you.
I have lost half a dozen patients. Now, Erica's public fall from grace was a disaster for me. Now this Tempo magazine article.
People are fickle. They'll get over it.
I can't take that risk. I need your help, and I will get it. Won't I, Liza?
The show is short. What's the scoop with this mystery guest?
Well, unless we can come up with a disguise, he only wants to be shot in shadow.
You're kidding.
No, you got to trust us on this one. This guy knows everything there is to know about guns, illegal and otherwise. He's going to blow the lid off the hottest story in Pine Valley.
Our next guest is a violent crime with Julia Child as the cooking, which is to say he supplies that vital ingredient, the deadly weapon. He's asked that he not be photographed, and we're not allowed to reveal his name.
I don't need no advertising.
Well, how do you intend to get your merchandise out on the street?
I put the word out. My people come to me.
We're talking about illegal handguns here, folks. Saturday night specials, 38 snub nose. Even automatics.
That's right, anything you need.
So, where do you like to set up shop?
On the street, man.
Any place in particular?
Nah, I cover a lot of territory.
Well, can you at least supply us with a profile of your typical customer?
Ain't nobody typical. I get all kinds. The uptown dudes and the gangbangers. The high and mighty to the real skanks.
Yeah, but anybody attempting to buy an illegal handgun is obviously out to avoid identification, which means that at some point these will probably be used in the commission of a violent crime.
Look, man, I don't do no surveys, all right? And don't forget protection. Nobody's prices are better than mine.
Come on. You expect us to believe that you sell to regular people? Oh, by the way, honey, on your way home from work, would you stop and get a quart of milk, a loaf of bread, and an automatic?
You know that kid, Noah Kiefer, that's up for murder?
Yeah.
As soon as Louis Greco got sprung, Kiefer came to me to buy a piece. He said he needed it to take care of some business.
Our next guest is a violent crime with Julia Child is to cooking, which is to say he supplies that vital ingredient, the deadly weapon. He's asked that he not be photographed, and we're not allowed to reveal his name.
I don't need no advertising.
Well, how do you intend to get your merchandise out on the street?
I put the word out. My people come to me.
We're talking about illegal handguns here, folks. Saturday night specials, 38 snub nose, even automatics.
That's right, anything you need.
So, where do you like to set up shop?
On the street, man.
Any place in particular?
Nah, I cover a lot of territory.
Well, can you at least supply us with a profile of your typical customer?
Ain't nobody typical. I get all kinds. The uptown dudes and the gangbangers. The high and mighty to the real skanks.
Yeah, but anybody attempting to buy an illegal handgun is obviously out to avoid identification, which means that at some point these will probably be used in the commission of a violent crime.
Look, man, I don't do no surveys, all right? And don't forget protection. Nobody's prices are better than mine.
Come on. You expect us to believe that you sell to regular people? Oh, by the way, honey, on your way home from work, would you stop and get a quart of milk, a loaf of bread, and an automatic?
You know that kid, Noah Kiefer, that's up for murder?
Yeah.
As soon as Louis Greco got sprung, Kiefer came to me to buy a piece. He said he needed it to take care of some business.
Ladies and gentlemen, the claims and opinions of our special guest aside, Noah Kiefer is innocent.
That's right.
Until proven guilty.
That's right. Hey, look, am I done here? Can I go?
Yeah, you're done. Jason? Our next segment is not for the weak of heart. Every morning we read about violent crime in the newspapers over breakfast. Then we simply put it down and go on with our quiet little lives. And obviously watching carnage on the nightly news doesn't even interfere with our appetites. Folks, we've become a society that's numb to brutality, to violence, to heartbreak. The tape you're about to see was shot by an ordinary passerby in Center City not a week ago with an ordinary handheld video camera. This isn't happening a half a world away, folks. It's right in our backyards. Please keep in mind, this tape isn't unedited, it's graphic, and is not for the squeamish. Rudy?
Oh, cool. Mom! What are you guys watching?
Daddy, Dad's show is awesome.
Petra, the boys were just watching The Cutting Edge. From now on, it's off limits. I mean it. I'm sorry, I need to go.
Can we come?
No, I have to do something important. I'll be right back, okay?
The tragic scene you've just witnessed is a wake-up call, people. Today it happens to somebody else's kid a few miles away. But tomorrow, He could just as easily be my child or yours. Enough is enough. It's time to open our eyes. Every child deserves to feel safe. Let's do something while we still can. I'm Tad Martin, and that's it for The Cutting Edge. We'll see you tomorrow. Well, I certainly hope you threw our special guest back in the gutter.
He certainly made the show.
He didn't have to drag Noah into it.
Nobody asked for his client list when he was booked.
Well, chalk up another winner. You're very good, Liza.
Don't be so surprised.
I'm not. You learn from the best.
I have a meeting.
First, let's nail down a date for my show.
Your show?
An entire episode dedicated to alternative medicine, new age therapies, cutting-edge treatment for the sick.
Let's not depress our audience.
You'll put the right spin on it. I can already hear the closing statement protesting my persecution. Now, I'll write it myself.
Don't push me into a decision.
What is your trouble, Liza? Are you so wrapped up with your very married host?
Stay out of my life, John.
You owe me. It's payback time, Liza.
Our phones have not stopped ringing.
And why not? Every thug in Pine Valley wants his 15 minutes of fame.
Hit pay dirt with that Noah Keeper connection.
Come on, Liza, it was a cheap shot.
It was great television. Ted, how can you be a part of this? That garbage shouldn't be allowed on television.
Dixie, could we just, could we talk about this in my office, please?
That tape was horrifying.
It was supposed to be. It was a show about violence.
That's no excuse to parade a family's heartbreak on air. A boy was shot in that video.
Right, exactly. And until people start getting good and angry about it, nothing is going to change.
You know, Dixie, you are proof that our approach works. You know, people get angry, they get involved, and they make a difference.
Don't even try to justify this disgusting exploitation.
Sometimes we have to wake up the social conscience out there.
Liza, conscience is more than a word.
Dixie, we showed that video to prove a point, that violence and crime don't discriminate.
No one's exempt. Just because you live in suburbia doesn't guarantee safety.
We can't close our eyes to what's going on.
Tad, a teenager was critically wounded while our sons were glued to the television. Trust me, their eyes were wide open.
What?
They saw every bloody frame. You want to know what Junior's critique was? He thought it was cool.
Junior and Jamie.
He wanted to see you on TV. And since that's about all that they can get of you,
Sorry, don't.
You know, it says something when children are so hardened towards violence.
Well, Liza, if they're hardened, it's because greedy, irresponsible people are filth at every time of the day without thinking about who's watching.
Okay, agreed. Parents should monitor what their kids see. We've always been very careful about what the boys watch.
We weren't home this morning, this afternoon, this evening, or last night, for that matter.
This is fine. You didn't like the show. That's terrific. I can live with that. But please, do not make this about us.
This is about us, Tad. This is about you and me and the show and your runaway career. You are turning this place into your home. And these fawning, dysfunctional people into your family.
Okay, great. Fine. You've gotten me pegged. You're absolutely right. This is exactly what I want in my life. Nothing more. I am totally shallow. I couldn't be farther away from your idea of a perfect father or a perfect husband. So why are you wasting any more time with me?